Coach, just looking at film, how did C.J. Miller kind of grade out first game back?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you have some time away and, you don't have a lot of time on task, and just in terms of preparation, he made some plays that were productive. There were some plays that, you have to think that he had more reps in practice, that he would make those plays. So we'll give him some more reps this week. And, it's a fine line with coming off an injury and trying to get him prepared, but at the same time, making certain that you don't get him injured or re-injure him in practice, but get him ready for the game. And, we told him to give us a handful of plays and be productive, and I think he did that. And the plays that we came up short, he's disappointed, and we know he could play better. And we'll do a better job of getting him more snaps in preparation and practice this week, so he'll step up and make those plays. The one thing that you like about C.J. Miller, this game's important to him. He's very conscientious, and he has a good work ethic. And so, together with the coaching staff and with him, we'll get that cleaned up, and he'll be more productive. But we like the plays that he made, and some of the communication. But of course, you talk to him, he's not happy with his overall performance. And that's what it should be, because we're in the win business. And when you come up short, then none of us are happy.
Same question about Victor Evans. I saw him out there some, but I know you'd like to get more out of him rep-wise.
Well, again, as a young man now, that's he's given us everything he has, and he's been nursing the injury all year. And you have to manage him in practice. Have to make sure you pay attention to his pitch count to get him to the game. But he gave us some valuable snaps. And the biggest play in my mind with number 4 with Victor Evans was the 4th and 1. I mean, the look in his eyes, and he's actually looking to the sideline and suggesting what defense we should be in. And I like that about our kids. They're into it. And you look at him on that particular play, he wasn't going to be denied. I mean, he tore off the block. He got his hands on the ball carrier, along with Josiah Courtney. And so Victor's giving us some good snaps. But again, we have to make sure we manage him during the week, listen to the medical department. And, as coaches, we like to get him more snaps in terms of preparation, but it's just not feasible, when a young man's nursing an injury. The most important thing is get him to the game.
Hey, Wesley, what was your take on your assessment of run defense, and what happened on that big play at the end?
Well, I tell you, you talk about the run defense, and we went into the ball game collectively, knowing that it was going to be really important that we stop the run. And one of our goals going into the game was we did not want a young man leaving our stadium rushing the ball for 100 yards. And we was right on the mark until the one play you referenced, an explosive run play. So I thought we did a good job of getting in the box and playing the run. And, there was a couple times, in the first half, I'm like, well, we got it. And then there comes that explosive plays, and, we just missed a couple of tackles there. And the guy was able to make a good run, give him credit. He showed good balance. Ran through a couple of tackles, and he was able to get second level and finish. And that's the thing in this league, in SEC, you have to account for every blade of grass. And you have to make certain that young man's on the ground, because they're going to give second and third effort, to make sure they advance the ball and try and score. And that's what he did, and we just didn't come up with the play and allowed that explosive play. And then that particular play allowed him to eclipse 100 yards. And, if you go into a game in this league and someone rushes for more than 100 yards, you're probably going to come up on the short end of the stick.
Coach, we're always asking the players about the mood and vibe in the locker room, but what's the mood and vibe on the defensive side of the staff as you guys continue to try to figure this out?
You said, what's the mood?
Yeah.
Oh, the mood is this. The hallmark of coaching is when you come up short, your players are going to come in, they're going to look at you in the face, they're going to look at you for energy, they're going to look at you for questions and answers, and you better be prepared. And, I think the mood is now, let's look at our mistakes, let's go back to work so it don't beat us twice, and let's get ready to go on this road game, Texas A&M, and come up with a win. That's the mood. The players' attitude is phenomenal. They've been through so much, and Coach Luke does a great job, provides us great leadership in these dark moments. So we're ready to go. The staff is ready to go. The players are energized, and I'm looking forward to getting back out there Tuesday and putting together the game plan and going to execute, and let's go on the road and win the SEC game.
Coach Luke talked a little bit about it before, but how do you feel like attacking Kellen Mond this coming weekend? How do you feel like he'll play a role in the game?
Well, you're talking about a great athlete. He's got tremendous length, runs the ball well. They're going to come in with a ground game, and they'll have a handful of direct quarterback runs, and he'll run the ball off his own read. So we have to make sure we'll count again for the run game. We're going to make sure we'll count for the quarterback runs. And it's really hard to get a guy like him on the ground, but we're going to count for him and we'll be ready for the quarterback runs. And he's a good athlete, he's got a big arm, and he can get the ball down the field. So I'm certain they'll take some shots and run the ball. But I think they'll come in and feature ground game. He's really good at running back. Travion Williams really good. So they're going to come with a ground game. We have to shore the box up, and we have to make sure we account for him in the run game.
Coach, in that big run at the end, over here. Obviously, Sanogo's had a great 2 or 3 games put together with a lot of confidence. He was not in the game on that last run. And the guy was in there. He had not played a lot most of the season, nor on Saturday. Was Sanogo hurt, or is it just a reason not to have him in?
He's definitely not hurt. Don't wish that on us. We've got a lot of injuries right now. It's just one of those deals where we started, the drive and was trying to give him a blow. You play a lot of snaps, and he was out of the game at that point. And Momo played a good game. I mean, his blitz speed was phenomenal. He played with a lot of energy. And when he's not in the game, then we expect other guys to step up and make a play. But you're right. He played a good game, and he wasn't in on that play. And would have made a difference probably so. But when he's not in, the other guys have to step up and make that play.
Most of the SEC wins you guys have had the last couple of years have been on the road. Do you see something there? Is this team different on the road? Lets you be more successful there?
Well, not necessarily. I think every football game brings its own element. You seem to feel that you have an advantage at home, but I think once that ball's kicked off, whether you're home or away, you got to go out and play football. So I think every game bring on its own element, and again, you just have to be ready to play in this league, whether you're home or away. I wish I could put a finger on it and answer that, but I don't have an answer for that. You just got to play whenever the ball's kicked off.
Any more questions for Coach McGriff? All right,
Thank you.
Coach.